This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was happy.
Was he, though?
I mean, the narrator seems to think so.
Placebo effect. He's dead.
I'm not sure that's how the placebo effect works.
He's in
placebo,
a vat.
You got a placebo, you're dead.
I mean, it's a placebo cure. He might be dead.
Yeah. Congratulations. You're back at the beginning.
So, wait, it doesn't tell me that I got an ending.
You did, though.
Okay.
Maybe you have alerts turned off.
Oh, it's probably an achievement?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I do have
It would have popped as an achievement.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so you restarted.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Alright, let's start solving
decided to go to
mysteries
the
now that we've
meeting
done the
room.
obedience
Perhaps he had
part.
simply missed a memo.
Yep.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his
I
co-workers.
kind of want to try one thing, actually.
All right. Dude, like, anytime you have that thought, do it.
Yeah.
That's how this game works. And I'm sure you'll find...
So is each
I'm
run
sure
of
you'll
this game
find
going to be
things-
short?
Stanley came
Yeah.
to a set
Okay.
of
That's
two
one of the
open
longer,
doors. He entered
endings.
the door and
Oh, okay.
Although there is one called the confusion ending,
Okay.
which actually happens after
Yet there
multiple
was not a
playthroughs.
single person here.
And
Like,
it's
things
completely random.
change
Feeling a
between
wave of
playthroughs.
disbelief,
Oh.
Stanley
And
decided
so,
to go up to his
but
boss's
I don't know what
office.
triggers the
Coming
start
to
of
a
it.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
But yeah, it'll always be super short.
Okay.
Whatever, because otherwise it would be excruciating to get back there and like push
Stepping
the
into
on
his
button,
manager's
if that's
office,
what you're gonna do.
Stanley was once
Like,
again stunned.
Because you
to
had a
discover
choice there right
what
at the
an
very
indication
end,
of
off
any
or
human
on.
life.
Yeah.
And
What
if you
could
wanted
it
to get back to that, it'd be
mean?
really
Stanley
crappy if
wondered
it took you
aloud
20 minutes.
To nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind
I'm
paintings,
not doing any of those
desperate
things.
for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose
I can't interact
be?
with anything. I
In
kind of
fact,
expected more
this
of like
keypad
a
guarded the
Portal or
terrible
Half-Life
secret
esque
that lay
thing where I could just
buried
pick
below
up
his
random
feet.
stuff.
And so the boss
And
had
do
assembled
nothing
an
with it?
extra secret.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
in Portal and Half-Life, it was
Yeah,
useless.
exactly. It was so useless.
Well, yeah, but
But of
that's
course,
just because
Stanley
that's
couldn't
the
possibly
engine it
have
was
known
made
it.
in.
Yet incredibly, by
Right?
simply
Yeah.
Like,
pushing
it's a
random
physics
buttons on
engine.
the
The
keypad,
Half-Life loves
Stanley
its physics
happened to
engine. The
input
source
the
engine
correct code by sheer luck.
just has physics built in.
Amazing. He stepped
This
into
guy
the
would have had to
newly
make a
opened
physics
passageway.
program.
No, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna
Are
go.
you going to escape?
I'm gonna go escape. Yeah, I want to see what that escape hallway is all about.
Yep. Like every single thing that you can do is a different ending.
Okay.
So we will be just smashing through this over and over again until we
see-
get bored.
Until we see what.
Stanley
what else we
walked
can
straight
find.
ahead through the large door.
I'm sure you'll
that
find
read
things that I
Mind
didn't even see
Control
because I
Facility.
didn't even do the whole thing.
Well, and I mean, I always think of random ass shit that you go, huh?
Yeah.
So we're gonna go to
Although
the
this
escape
passageway
path.
had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
That's fine.
The narrator's trying to force you back.
The
Would I
door
meet my
behind him
violent
was not
death?
I mean, you could.
Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
It probably is my death.
You want to jump in the hole?
Is there an alternative?
No.
There's no side path that I'm aware of. Alright, let's go. Yeah, I died. I
Did
was
you?
on. Maybe. I mean, that was a far ass hole if I didn't. Okay. Alright. I didn't die.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this
All right,
violent
there's
end
no way out
to
of
his
this.
brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
I'm gonna watch it come. There it is.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator,
Ooh.
as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a
What?
single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Why did the narrator's voice change?
Because she took over. Walk around.
9514. It makes clicking noises when I click my keys.
Yeah.
The
And yet it
Stanley
would be just a
Parable.
few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
I feel like this
So
ending
you've-
is already
you've-
longer.
Found the credits, essentially.
Oh!
So yes, this is a longer ending because this will let you look at all of the, look, there's the map layout, there's Stanley's computer. It's a museum of everything in the game.
Oh! Okay, cool. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game, the path from Stanley's office to the two doors at the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. So this is his
Yeah,
office.
so this is a museum of game development.
Interesting.
So I would actually recommend just sprinting through here to restart and maybe coming back here later to browse through everything.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Because this is just going to talk about all the endings and like
the
how
two doors.
because this it's just a thing about all of his game development.
Interesting. So this is technically an ending. Okay.
Yeah, this is an ending.
Button
but,
sounds.
like I say, this is technically the credits.
Okay.
In a way. And it is technically the credits because there
that.
they are.
I found the credits.
But yeah, so find the exit.
Oh, I can crouch.
Yeah.
Oh. There's no sprint though.
No.
Man,
You move
sorry.
pretty fast for a guy who sits at his desk all day.
Thank you. I do. Both of those things.
The war zone. Don't worry
and
about
Tron.
it. Don't worry about Tron or the war zone.
More endings, fewer endings. More narrators, more narrators, fewer narrators.
More
Stanley, less Stanley.
What a motivational poster.
How do I get out of here?
I don't know. I assume there's a door somewhere near the end.
Right there. There's a light blinking over here. Countdown desk.
Yeah. It's the desk where the countdown happens.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they
On,
wish to
off.
control one another. How they both wish to be free.
I believe she's talking about Stanley and the narrator.
I think you might be right.
Not us two sitting here.
That would be weird.
Though I
see
too
how
wish to
much
destroy.
No,
I'm just waiting for the right moment.
sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
What?
Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you.
So I actually quit the game right now.
Well, she's telling you to quit the game and stop playing or you'll be in a loop forever. Though you could choose to begin the game again right now if you want as well.
Oh.
But she's basically saying the loop is infinite.
Stop playing.
That you've found what is technically the last ending.
Okay.
It just in a manner of speaking, because it is a full description of the fact that the game is a game and Stanley learns that he's in a game.
Okay.
And that he has to stop being in the game.
By quitting the game.
Yeah.
Don't let time.
Well, you met your imminent demise.
Yeah, I finally died. Alright. Put me back in the office and let's go to another entrance.
Or it just hangs on a blank screen. I don't actually recall.
That would be unfortunate.
Can you hit escape? Yeah, begin the game again. You're on a blank screen.
Oh, because I actually died.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, God.
Because if that was a loading screen, right, you wouldn't have been able to hit escape.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, you start in your room and you leave to find out
All
what
of his
happened to your
co-workers
coworkers.
were gone. What could it
So I
mean?
can't interact.
Stanley decided to go to
with
the
most
meeting room.
things.
Perhaps
No.
he had simply missed a memo. No
But-
matter how hard
but you
Stanley
can
looked,
interact with
he
some
couldn't
things.
find a trace of his co-workers.
Like that thing could be
But
turned
yeah,
off.
it's not a physics engine. I don't think there's any picking up of anything. Unless it's like a canned animation, which I don't think there are.
So there's door. I can pretty much. It seems like only go through doors that are.
There
Oh, wait,
may
but received.
yeah, you push the button.
Trying to turn it off.
Well, you can turn it off.
You can't turn it
It doesn't
off,
have
but
a
it does
red blinking
break
light on
easily.
the front.
So I can only go through doors that are already open.
No, there'll be doors that you can open, but most doors you can't open, so you'll miss the one that you can. Almost certainly. I think. I'm pretty sure a door will open at some point. But yeah.
When Stanley came to a set
Okay,
of
so I've
two
gone
open
left.
doors, he
Yes.
entered the door.
But there's
on his
also stairs. I can go left and go up. I can go down the stairs, or I can go and turn the system on.
There's
the mind
a-
control. I haven't done
There's
that
a
yet.
lot of things you can do.
All right. Well, we found two endings. Let's go this way.
This was not the correct way to
We're
the
gonna
meeting
play
room,
this for a
and
couple
Stanley knew it
hours.
perfectly
Take
well.
your time,
Perhaps
do
he
whatever
wanted to
comes
stop
to your
by the
mind.
employee
Alright.
lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah. Let's admire the employee lounge. And when you do, we've already noticed it once, but when you do the same thing again on a subsequent playthrough, sometimes the narrator will give you additional information. Like the second time you walked into your boss's office, he said, "Oh, he started rifling through everything, throwing books."
Yeah, I
off the
noticed
walls."
that. It was interesting.
Truly a room worth admiring.
Oh, I can't go back now.
It had
Yeah.
really been worth
You
the
made a
detour
choice.
after all, just to spend a few
This
moments here
beautifully
in this
constructed
immaculate,
room.
beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
That's
I
good
wonder if
rule.
there's an ending just for literally standing there doing nothing, like never actually leaving the office.
Your
Or-
office
Yeah.
could be.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Listen. Don't sass me.
Look, the second narrator has already told
At
us
this
that the
point,
narrator is
Stanley's
trapped in
obsession
here
with
with
this
us.
room bordered
Oh,
on
yeah.
creepy.
So
and
he
reflected
is- he
poorly
wants
on his
you to get
overall
going.
personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
I kind of don't want to leave now and see what he keeps saying.
I don't know. I don't know how long this
Okay.
will take. I don't
Stanley
think
sat
there's a
around
zoom,
waiting
is
for more
there?
dialogue.
If you like
But when a
right-click
long
or
time
something.
had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Yes! This is so good!
I believe that is actually the last one.
I'll give it another like 10 seconds. I'm
Because
really
that's
curious.
that's him specifically telling you that it's
To
the last
move
one.
on.
The game is trying to send you a message. You did not hear any more dialogue in this room.
You wait long enough and something actually happens.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the
Amazing
first
room.
open door on his left to get back to business.
Take the first open door on your left.
Okay.
Or there's another open door.
Curious about both of these.
Yes.
Damn it, Nick.
It's a million playthroughs. You can
Stanley
immediately
was so
after
bad
this
at
one
following
come back.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
I'm in a factory area. Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off cargo lift, $5,000. Interesting.
Yes.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley left from the platform
Yes!
and plunged to his death.
That's one way to
Good
end
job,
that
Stanley.
sequence.
Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
This is excellent.
And then you just start back and you do it
All of
again.
his co-workers were gone.
Okay.
What could it mean?